Hey Jacek, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I'm going to show you how I cut photochromic lenses for your RayBan 5154 size 47. Of course, those are just numbers. What does that mean? It means it is the Clubmaster. So what I did is I ordered the frame so I could cut your lenses. This is a brand new frame. Let me pop out the demo lenses that are there. Keep that all together because chances are I'm going to send this frame back. Or you know what, I just might keep this thing. But I'm going to put it into your frame into my Santinelli LE1000 patternless edger. And it's now currently tracing the shape of the right lens, and then it's going to scoot over and trace the shape of the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. Although you may be disappointed with my voice tonight. This is the first year of me having allergies. So excuse me as I cough and sniffle. This whole process will take about 15 minutes. It's now 7:40 on Monday, April 28th. 64 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina. And the oak pollen is doing wonderful. So here we are. Let me pull up the shape of your frame. I'm going to type in your pupillary distance of 67. This is a polycarbonate lens being cut for a metal frame. So let's get started. I'm going to take your right lens, spin the axis wheel of my Marco 101 lensometer to 109. That's right. Yeah, 109, which is one tick mark before 110. Your right eye reads minus 50 at 109. So let me put this in. Get your lens centered just perfectly. Check your astigmatism correction. That looks perfect. And let's put some dots on the lenses. Let me put some ones on there dark enough for you to see. Right. Now let's do the same thing for your left lens. Minus 1, minus 50 at 76. Where is 76? There you are. There you are. And minus 1. Okay. How's things with advanced cleaning? Anyone out there watching this video and you live in the Philly area, you need some cleaning done? This is the guy. This is the man. Okay, so, as you know, we got to put this block on your lens while it's cutting. I'm also assuming that people are watching this for the first time. Jacek, this is your third and fourth pair you've gotten from me, and fifth pretty soon once I get a price quote on that Transition 7. So, this block goes on the lens. I've got to put this little, whoops, let me put one block at a time. It's a little sticky pad, double-sided sticky pad. The black side is the sticky side. Let me stick that on the block. Pull the tape away to show the black sticky side on this side. I'm getting everything lined up in the crosshairs of my scope. That is the right lens. Let's do your left lens. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, there's that. And your left lens is good to go. So let's put your unbreakable lens into the edger and hit start. So the first thing that's going to happen is the tracing element is going to come down and trace the shape of your frame onto the lens to make sure it's large enough to cut out. It is tracing the concave side of the lens first, which is closest to your eyelashes. Then it's going to scoot over and trace the convex side of the lens, which sits away from the face, while the calipers measure the thickness of the lens, know exactly where to put the bevel so it fits best in your frame. The actual cutting wheel is down here on the left. There's that lighter color wheel. It's like a heavy grit sandpaper that's going to grind away the polycarbonate material. This wheel in the center with the channel is what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I will have to close the door, but for now I want you to see as your prescription lens touches down on the cutting wheel. Now, as always, with me, you get polycarbonate lenses. The polycarbonate lenses are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. They are bulletproof up to 22 caliber. Just because I'm from Durham and Jacek, you're from Philly, you just never know. And they have both UVA and UVB protection. Sorry, a little Peter Brady there as my voice changed. I meant to say UVB. Let me say it with some bass. Bass. UVB for bass. But we know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes in just about every lens that I ship. Now, Jacek, you are ordering lenses only, so you will need a very small Phillips head screwdriver to loosen the eye wire screw on your Clubmasters. And this is model number RayBan 5154. I'm illustrating on color 2077, but it will fit in any 49 eye size. This is 49 from here to here and 21 from here to here, which is a total of 70 millimeters. And so what I'm going to do in the short term, so your lens is done. If you notice, it's still completely flat. Now it's putting the bevel onto the lens, which is the knife-like edge. So it stays inside the bevel of the frame. But I'm going to go ahead and loosen this eye wire screw. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Now that comes out, and I'm going to pop your lens in there. So you will need a small Phillips head screwdriver, a jeweler's screwdriver. If you're lucky, you have a reversible blade, where it's Phillips on one side and flat blade on the other. I don't. I have two screwdrivers, one with a very small Phillips blade and one with a slightly thicker Phillips blade. I prefer using the smallest blade possible. So the lens was cutting dry. Water is running in for the last cycle just to wash away any optical debris, of which I'm about to put more on there as soon as this stops. I'm going to take that out to dry this off. And you still have a little bit of rough edges going around the edge, so I'm going to use my hand stone, which is completely flat. I can put my hand on it while it's running. It just uses friction. And this white powdery substance that I'm wiping off, hopefully you can see that fall, is called Schwarf. I do it so much I've worn a V-shaped bevel into my thumbnail. Once all of it is removed from your lens and is on the counter, then I wipe it onto the floor. That's the fun part about cutting lenses. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So, and you know what? I was dyslexic. I loosened the left. Let me start with the right. Those of you at home keeping score, you probably noticed that. Why didn't anyone email me and say, hey, you're loosening the left lens? Let's do the right lens this time. Just might fit better. So, okay. I'm going to put this in on this side, line everything up, get that eye wire screw in there perfectly, and then close everything down. I'm going to tighten that screw, and we are good to go. Let's flip this over and cut the left. And just like the previous step, it's going to trace both sides of the lens to make sure it's large enough to fit. Tracing the concave side of the lens first, which is this side, camera 1. Then it's going to trace camera 2, the convex side of the lens. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Okay, so while that is cutting, I'm going to continue to work on your right lens. So, this block is no longer needed. I'm going to pop this off. Whoa! Dry that off and throw it back in the bin. Pull the sticker off. And I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 109 just to verify and inspect this lens. Put that in over the red dot that you see there behind in front of my pinky. Line everything up perfect. I'm reading minus 50, which is halfway between 0 and 1. And you have half a step correction of astigmatism, which minus 50 and minus 50 equals minus 1. So I'll give you a little refresher course here. Your right eye prescription reads minus 50 at 109. The left is minus 1, minus 50 at 76. Everything is in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So you need 2 steps of minification, which is the opposite of magnify. You need 2 steps of astigmatism correction, which makes everything the correct size. The first number makes everything the right size. This takes away the fuzzy edges. Your left eye needs 4 steps to minify to get the correct size, but still the same number, 2 steps correction of astigmatism to make everything clear. And because you are getting lenses only, what I want to do now is take this protective sleeve, and I'm going to write RayBan, which is RB 5154. This is the 49 eye size. This is your RX in transition gray. And that's that. I will take your lens out. In fact, they will be labeled, make sure I write on the top, there we go, right and left, so you know which lens is which when I send it to you. Still dry here as it puts the bevel, so in just a moment water's going to kick in. Look at that, good timing. That's what you get when you spend $30,000 on a piece of equipment. I could have bought a used Mercedes, but no. I got something just bigger than a bread box and it weighs 200 pounds. Everyone go out and get one, put it on your kitchen counter, then you can cut lenses at home. So Jacek, since you clean, how much would you charge me to clean around here? Look how dirty everything is. Look at the dust here. Look at that. Can you see that? See how dusty that is? Come on down, help me clean. I'll cut another pair of lenses for you. It's only an 8-hour drive from Philly. Nothing to it. And I tell you what, if you drive all the way down from Philadelphia, I will treat you to a Steelers coffee mug. I've been saving it for you. I know this means a lot to you. I'm going to save this for you, okay? All right. Back to the handstone, back to the safety bevel, back to scraping away the Schwarf from the lens. And I don't want it to fall on the counter, so this time I'm just going to stand and do it right over the floor. I could stand over the trash can, but, you know, why would I want to do that? Okay, so we're almost done. Let me finish scraping the last of that. I'm going to dry your lens off. I'm going to choke. Don't worry, it's allergies. It's not a cold. I'm going to pop this in there. Now I will undo your left lens. And now I will tighten this screw. Yeah, I was talking to a pharmacist. And I was telling them, I've got a cold that won't go away. And they said, you have allergies. And I said, no, you're not listening to me. I've never gotten allergies before. I just have this cold that won't go away. And they said, you have allergies. And I said, you haven't been listening to anything I've said. I said, I don't have allergies. I just have this cold that won't go away. And they said, well, you've got allergies now. You may have not have ever had them before, but you've got them now. And to appease them, I took some allergy medicine. After a couple days, everything cleared up. I hate it when they're right. And so, foolish me, the symptoms went away, so I quit taking the pills, and of course, hey, now my allergies are back. What's up with that? Okay, so I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 76. This aging process is something. It beats the alternative. I either take a pill every day or jump in a hole for the rest of my eternity. Okay, so we're at -1. Can you see that? Can you see that? Another -50, so that's a combined power of -150. I'm going to hold this card up, those 2 red dots. I'm going to get 67 millimeters from the center of one to the center of the other. Hopefully my GoPro camera is good enough for you to see that. And so I'm going to clean all these red dots off. Use my optical grade acetone, clean everything up. I'm just going to show you how your lenses turn dark while they're still in the frame. I will remove the lenses before shipping to you since you did not purchase the frame from me. Of course, as always, when you buy a pair of glasses from me, you get free clear single vision lenses with your purchase. So I'm going to put your transition lenses in my little transitions box and turn the light on. Now, transition lenses will turn dark in about 30 to 45 seconds. They will also, it takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, as you can see, all transition lenses will get dark on day 1. Give them 2 weeks of constant exposure, and they will continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks till they get to their maximum setting, and then they'll work for years with no problems. The only time they will not work is when you're in your car driving, which is when everybody wants sunglasses. Unless you have a convertible or a motorcycle, your lenses will not darken because your windshield absorbs all the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays, so your dashboard does not crack in the sun. So now you have a reason to go out and get a convertible and or a motorcycle or just a golf cart, whatever you want to cruise around town in. Dune buggy, moped, skateboard. They'll get dark on a skateboard. Just your commute to work is going to take forever. Okay, so that is done. And you've seen how your lenses have gone from clear to dark. Don't worry, they're going to keep getting darker and darker. But that is it. If anyone has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I'm about to take your lenses out and get them shipped to you. Jacek, I appreciate you getting your third and fourth pair of glasses from me, lenses from me. When are you going to buy a frame for me, dude? My wife wants a new pair of shoes. Come on, you know the wife. You know the wife. She's busting my chops. She wants a new pair of shoes. So buy a frame, and then you won't have to keep paying for lenses. Anyway, that's it. Jacek, I hope you enjoyed me nagging you about buying your frame and that you enjoyed watching your glasses being made. If I can be any more help, I'm only email away. Everyone else out there, you got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.